It's nearly time to make our dandelion and chickweed salves. I'm really excited about showing you the whole process and how everything goes together. We're going to need some equipment, some kitchen equipment, nothing fancy, nothing technical, so don't panic. Things like a jug and a spoon and a spatula and a saucepan. But I'm going to run you through all the equipment that we need, and also all the equipment that you need for the whole, to make the 8 products in the course that I'm doing. So let's go over to the desk and I'll show you what you're going to need. Okay, so here's some of the equipment that you're going to need, or all the equipment you're going to need. For the dandelion and chickweed salve, you're going to need a glass jug, Pyrex jug. I say glass because we're going to be making products, and although they contain ingredients that we'd have in our kitchens anyway, if you're using essential oils, you're going to need to sterilise this thoroughly before you ever use it for food use again. So it's got to be like non-porous and to be able to go in the dishwasher, or to be like sterilised with boiling water. So glass jug, a spatula. You couldn't really use a wooden spoon because it would take on the smell. So either a silicone spatula, or if you've got a plastic spoon or a nylon spoon, something like that, so that it doesn't absorb any odours. I've got a double boiler. It's my trusty one that I've used at the studio. This is what I make all my serums and anything oil based in. If you haven't got a double boiler, it doesn't matter. You can just get a saucepan and use it like a bain-marie. So you have simmering water, and then you put a jug in the water, a bit like when you're melting chocolate, and do it that way. Obviously you'll need to keep an eye on it, whatever you're doing, but if you haven't got a double boiler, that's absolutely fine. So yeah, saucepan, jug, spatula. You'll need to, with your infusions, you will need to strain them through some muslin into a jug. So you'll need some muslin. I did have some muslin, bear with. Excuse me, bit of muslin cloth. What I normally do is I put it in a sieve and then pour the stuff in, and then when it's all filtered through, then I'll draw it up and squeeze every bit of oil out of the dandelion or the chickweed. So you'll need some muslin. I have actually, if I've been desperate, used one of my muslin cloths for the hot cloth cleanser. I've used that before, but I have actually got some muslin. So yep, that is pretty much all you're going to need, apart from maybe some jars and stuff to put your salves in afterwards. So that's what you're going to need for the dandelion and chickweed salves. Now, for the rest of the products that you're going to be making in the mini course, yes, you're going to need more containers, whatever you've got lying around. For the lip scrub, if you've got any of the little mini tic tree jam jars, if you've ever got like presents of jams and chutneys and stuff, those little mini jars are absolutely fabulous to use. So yeah, as well as your double boiler or bain-marie, spatula, spoon. You're going to need a kitchen whisk, an electric whisk. Now, you could do this by hand, but when we're making the body butter, we have to whip it for hours. It's like whipping double cream. So if you do that by hand, yes you can, but it will take blooming ages. So I suggest a mixer. Also, with the face mask, we're going to be whipping up or grinding down some oats. So I've got my little trusty mini blender. If you haven't got one of these, doesn't matter. You could actually chop the oats up by hand, just using a knife and a chopping board, and your face mask would just have a chunkier texture, that's all. So if you haven't got one of those, it's not the end of the world. Kitchen scales, to make sure that everything's, you have to be absolutely precise with measurements. There can be no, you know, grams over or under. When you're making products, they have to be absolutely precise. So you need a set of kitchen scales. And obviously, health and safety, I have to say gloves, goggles, mask. But most of the ingredients and the methods that we're going to be using are exactly the same as when you're cooking. So mask, gloves and goggles aren't really necessary unless you're cooking a really hot curry with loads of chilli in it. But if you want to wear them for safety, then please do. So I just have to mention that, you know, they're a necessary thing. I won't be wearing masks, gloves and goggles when I'm making these. I make these products every day and I'm quite safe. So that's it. That's all the equipment that you need. It's not a lot, but yeah, get those together and you'll be able to make all the 8 products in the course. I'll see you soon. Bye.